Welcome to John's Corner, where our star reporter Jonathan always lands on his feet. He's a hard-hitting reporter who isn't afraid to throw a punch or to take one. He's always investigating the issues that others shy away from, uncovering even the biggest of scandals, while learning every secret he can. Here on John's Corner. What's up, Blue Nation? It's your boy Jonathan. Welcome back to John's Corner. I'm your host, Jonathan. This is weird, Jonathan, you know, it's John's Corner. It's almost as if I name the show after myself, or after a short-cated version of my name that I never use because I like to be called Jonathan and can't stand it when people call me John. I don't know. Life is weird. I make weird choices. Thank you for joining me today. Alright, so first up, those of you who follow the show for a long time know I'm a huge fan of the book series Animorphs. It's a book series I grew up on as a kid. I've always had a special place in my heart, even like the Nickelodeon show. Well, they just turned it into graphic novel form. The first book just came out. It's pretty good. It sticks true to the comics a little bit. I mean, the only thing that it's kind of lacking, I feel, was it didn't get as close to the interpersonal relationships, like who they are to each other, like Jake and Rachel being cousins. But besides that, I thought it was amazing. Definitely check it out if you haven't already checked it out. Dexter's coming back. Did anyone see that happening? I guess in the stage where they're literally bringing everything back, it makes sense. But I was kind of surprised at that. But they stated that they want to correct the ending, which I am all for, because Dexter was an amazing show with a god-awful ending that made no sense. The ending of that show literally went against everything the show was. Dexter, spoilers, Dexter gives his son to another serial killer. But if you want to protect your son from you being a serial killer, why would you give it to another serial killer? That doesn't make any sense. He just fakes his dad. It's just none of it fit into the world that they had created all those years. It just seemed like, how do we end this? Let's just throw things at the wall. Oh, okay, let's do that. It made no sense. It was a horrible ending. So they're trying to rectify that and come out with a good ending. I hope they do. I hope they make amends for that horrible, horrible ending. How I Met Your Mother, you should learn from this. God, How I Met Your Mother had a bad ending. Some shows just have bad endings, like Game of Thrones. God, what I'm hoping doesn't have a bad ending, though, is movie theaters. So apparently, there's some back and forth. Some people saying, like, there's a rumor that No Time to Die is shopping around at streaming services. But then there's a counter rumor saying, no, it's still definitely coming to theaters. So who knows? But if James Bond goes to streaming services, I mean, that to me sounds like a death knell. Let's hope that it's just a poor rumor, because they cannot send James Bond to streaming services. It has to go to theaters. Otherwise, there will not be a theater to exist anymore. It will just be gone. I mean, I like James Bond. I'm not even that huge of a James Bond fan, but even I'm like, no, James Bond it's a staple of cinema. James Bond movie's been coming out every couple years since the 60s. And if that goes straight to, Amazon, Netflix, what the fuck it goes to? I mean, nothing says that the age of movie theaters is over like that. Speaking of movies, I thought the new Blade was going to be a movie, but apparently it's going to be a TV show for Disney+. I'm a little apprehensive about that. Blade, the Wesley Snipes Blade movies are R-rated, they were badass, they were cool. Don't give us a Disney-fied Blade. Blade should be a little rough around the edges. It should be a little harder. I mean, look, dude playing Blade, big fan of his, going all the way back to 4400. I love the guy. I'm glad he's working. I think he'll be an amazing Blade. I'm not concerned about his portrayal at all. What I'm concerned about is Disney's, we don't want anything too graphic on our platform streaming service. That's what I'm concerned about. Send it to Hulu. Send it anywhere but Disney Plus. Beg of you. But we'll see. I have faith, man. Kevin Feige hasn't really misstepped yet, so we'll see how it works out. I think it's going to be good. the notion that's gonna be a Disney Plus series did kind of like, oh, okay. So we pulling away from the horror aspect? Like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm still excited. Still looking forward to it. I really thought it was gonna be a movie. But alright, I guess TV show works. TV show definitely works. Well, we're talking about things that were supposed to be a movie, but is now a TV show. The Snyder Cut, the thing that keeps on giving. So when they did it, when they announced it, it was, oh, everything's already shot. We're not getting any additional footage. The movie's done. Just needs to be edited together. And now all of a sudden there's all this talk of new footage being added. Jared Leto's gonna be in it. Like, can we finally just admit that the Snyder Cut was not finished? That there was not a completed movie in the can? And that this is all just nonsense. Zack Snyder just wanted to make his movie, and Warner Brothers said, all right, we'll build HBO Max around it. But it wasn't done. It wasn't a completed movie that Joss Whedon took and ruined. I'm tired of all the hate Joss Whedon gets. But, yeah, so we'll see. Jared Leto's Joker coming back, and I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, I like Jared Leto's Joker. I'm one of the few people who didn't like, ew, Jared Leto's Joker. But, I mean, he was in an impossible situation. Had to follow up on Heath Ledger's Joker, who everyone loves. It's intense. It was a hard job, and he went a weird route with it. He did. I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't mind it. I liked him in Harley Quinn's connection on Suicide Squad. I thought it was pretty cool. I actually liked that movie, Suicide Squad. Sue me. I don't know what you're gonna do. But, it's an interesting time to be a movie fan, especially a comic book fan. Depressing time to be a movie fan at the same time. Please don't let movie theaters die. But this has been John's Corner. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Check us out on blueproductions.com. Until next time, give us legends.